And Tony, do we have comments on both?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the show.
All right.
Go.
Oh, let's see here.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna close that. I think. Yeah.
Well, aren't you having a busy morning, Miss Ashley Collins?
That's done. That's done.
Yeah, I'm putting mine on right now. So what can you tell us?
Antonio, so how did it go this weekend?
Okay.
Hold on one sec.
I don't want to hold on one sec. That requires patience. I don't have any of that.
Deanna, check.
So no one inside the building is injured. So there's only 3 people we're talking about?
Okay.
It's so weird because on what we were hearing, we heard.
Go ahead and send them the link, Matt.
Okay. What we were hearing on the scanner is that there were multiple people. There were like 3 red, 4 yellow, 2 green, all being transported, like a number of people.
It's not letting me because I don't have them circled on anything.
Whoa. Gosh,
All right,
I
here.
was listening to the wrong thing.
All right, hold on. Let me break away from this other thing. Let me do this.
Was it an extrication? Okay. Okay. So just remember to Ash to turn your camera to the side, and then we're good to go. That's okay.
Sorry, Deanna. I wanted to hear because we were hearing crazy stuff on the scanner. It went really well. We have a new team. We have 13 girls.
There you go.
One of them is Miss Nevada, 2013.
Okay. Super good. I gotta call AFB real quick.
Cool. Yeah, I saw the pictures on Facebook.
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
I would have came, but it's like I had a buddy of mine's dad that was in the hospital.
Here.
Oh.
Can you please go tell Ari that what we were hearing with like 4 red. What was that?
Yeah, she knows that there wasn't. That wasn't.
So what was that? That's where we need to be. Seriously. That's huge, whatever that is.
She can't hear me, right?
Right.
It might be training. We don't know.
Okay, let me see. All right, Mickey, if you're watching right now, just stand by. I'm about to send you the link to come join us. So just be on the lookout for it. You should get it in your notifications in a second here. I got too many devices I'm using. That's my damn problem.
Welcome everyone into the News 4 Forum. The show we don't just watch, we're asking you to join in. We're talking about hot stories, trending topics, viral videos, and the latest in your tech news. So let's go ahead and get started. And we have some breaking news to let you know about. Reno police say they are currently dealing with quite a big situation over on First Street. News 4's Ashley Collins joins us now live via FaceTime with a look at exactly what is going on over there. Ashley. Right, Ashley, thank you so much for that. We will keep you updated, of course, on News 4 at noon as well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what is trending online. Locally, the most read story on mynews4.com is power restored in Reno, cause under investigation. Well, according to NV Energy, more than 4,000 residents were without power in northwest Reno starting at around 8:30 last night. NV Energy crews worked on that outage throughout the night. The cause of the outage still under investigation. We'll keep you updated as we get more information on that as well. Nationally on CNN.com, the most read story this morning is it time for Wall Street to issue a correction? According to CNN, a corrective correction typically occurs once every year and a half or so, but it's been nearly 3 years. Last week, it appeared that the long-awaited correction might be in the works amid growing geopolitical crisis in Ukraine, Gaza, and Iraq. Let's see if it happens. On FoxNews.com, the most read story this morning is maids reveal Michael Jackson's filth and perversion. According to Fox News, 5 of Michael Jackson's maids revealed to the Post that Neverland was the house of horrors and madness. They said, amongst other things, the king of pop would track animal feces throughout the house, threaten the maids with what he called poop snowballs, and he urinated on the entryway. Interesting article, again, on Fox News. Trending on Twitter this morning is hashtag Iraq. Iraq media report that the country's largest political bloc has nominated Haider al-Alawi to be the next prime minister, and asking for presidential approval at this point. This will no doubt add some fuel to the simmering power struggle between current Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki and newly elected President Fayed Mashoun. Now on to our viewer voice segment, where we ask you, the viewer, to chat with us about some of the trending topics of the day. You can find these topics on our Facebook page about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we would love to have you live on air with us. All you have to do is have a Google Plus account and circle me, Melissa Carlson, and let me know that you're interested. Well, dancers from an Ohio strip club weren't shy about sending a message to a local church. Glenn McCreary reports.
The sign outside New Beginnings Ministries in Warsaw welcomes all, but today's Sunday service had some decidedly unwelcome visitors. Women bearing picket signs and bearing their bodies for all to see. Thomas George is the man behind the protest.
I have to point out the hypocrisy that I see.
George is the owner of a strip club called the Foxhole North. He says for years, New Beginnings has worked to bring his club to an end.
They come up every weekend. They're very abusive and certainly unchristian-like, calling the girls, and they're abusive to the customers. They sit out with video cameras. They take pictures of license plates, tell them they're posting them to the web.
Pastor Bill Dunphy makes no secret of his intentions.
I hope that he will realize that the Foxhole has no business in this community.
And makes no apologies for his crusade against the club.
I take very seriously the responsibility as a pastor to see to it that the gospel of Christ is lifted up, that Christ himself is lifted up, and that evil is confronted.
George admits today's topless protest is an extreme measure, but says it's far from evil. As eyes of churchgoers were protected behind a hanging tarp, some members confronted the protesters.
Love is the answer, and you don't have it, baby. God is love.
Ma'am, you know nothing about love.
Oh, no, trust me. Yes,
You know plenty about lust. You know plenty about sex, but you know nothing about love.
Dunphy calls the semi-nude protest shameful. George says he and his topless troops will retreat when New Beginnings finds a new target.
That was Glenn McCreary reporting. We're asking our Google Plus group, what do you think about it? The protesters, by the way, said that they plan to be back at the church next Sunday and into the foreseeable future. Kids around? Probably not the best idea. Let's ask our Google Plus group, what do you think about it? It sounds like they're kind of a... I had one term, I'm not going to use that one, but they're going back and forth on this one about, you know, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, no, you're, I mean, who was there first is, I guess, the biggest question. But thoughts on this, and with the church potentially threatening to public shame the people who go there, but then the patrons or the workers there at that strip club coming out. Mess, Deanna, mess. What do you think about this one?
Well, it's like all I got to say to that church is don't rub the lamp if you don't want the genie to come out. It sounds like they started this whole mess, and the strip club people were just kind of taking that to the next level. It's like I'm not sure why they were messing with them in the first place.
Matt, your thoughts on this? If the church is saying, hey, we don't want you next to our church, we've been here for a long time, it's time to move. If obviously it's not good for either of them, shouldn't one of them consider to get out?
I think they both should have that as a consideration, as a possibility. I just find that it's just, I don't know, it's just silly that this has been going on as long as it has. And so I have to endorse what the club is doing.
Kempton, your thoughts? Who's right here?
Yeah, I can't believe I'm defending a strip club on TV, but I am. Like, they've been doing this, protesting at a strip club for over 8 years, and it's time for this kind of, I guess, low level of fight back, and I think it's their right. Yeah, I mean, stop. Both sides should stop.
Yeah, just
it's legal.
stop.
I mean, yeah, the strip club is legal, so yeah.
Go to the corners and figure it out. You guys stay to your side of the street. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. Interesting one. Gun buyers could soon be able to grab a cold one while browsing the merchandise at gun shows in Texas. But as Sebastian Robinson found out, reaction is mixed.
AR lower receivers.
For Chuck from Waxahachie, the gun show meant a new scope for his AR-15.
Oh, yeah. And you can just about do anything with an AR these days. You know?
A modest purchase, considering that inside he browsed 400 tables of merchandise. Like similar shows, this one boasted firearms of every shape, finish, and caliber. What you haven't been able to buy at the shows, though, is alcohol. That could change if new regulations are approved by the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission. Chuck has seen accidents happen at previous events.
Well, I've been at a gun show where a gun has gone off before.
Still, he's confident in the safety precautions at gun shows and doesn't think that alcohol service would make them less safe.
I don't think it would be too much of a problem. They take pretty good care in these places, make sure meatheads don't get goofy with guns. And
TABC currently bans alcohol during gun shows, even during setup and breakdown. Proposed changes would allow drinks to be sold if live ammo is banned. Firearms are disabled, and buyers can't take ownership of new weapons right away. But some have reservations.
I think it makes sense to not have both together. You know, you're not supposed to drink and drive, so, you know, car can be considered a weapon if it's in the wrong hands.
And some families, introducing young ones to the hobby, see the addition of alcohol as problematic.
No, I don't think it makes together. Yeah, it's not good. Kids around, you know, there's people that get too crazy with alcohol.
That was Sebastian Robertson reporting. Before the issue goes to vote, the TABC is asking for the public to weigh in on the potential changes. And the new regulations are passed, a written agreement between the venue owner and the gun show operator must be approved by the TABC a month in advance before alcohol is served. But do you even really need all of this? We're asking our Google Plus group, do you think it's a good idea in the first place to mix alcohol with the sale of guns? Or, hey, the guns do not have ammunition. There's no live ammo in the place. It doesn't make a difference. Starting off first with Matt, your thoughts on this one?
I think that it's an indoor venue. It's during the day. They normally end at like 3 or 4 in the day. Not that I've been to a few, quite a few actually. And I think if it's just done beer and they keep it live ammunition and you can't buy and you can't actually receive the gun until after you've left the site, I think it's outstanding. I think it actually would put more restrictions on the gun show, and therefore actually be a good thing. It could help.
No, I could see that. I see what you're saying here. Flip it around. More restrictions on them. I get that. Glenn, your thoughts. Do you think it's a good idea to be offering alcohol at a gun show, or are we taking just a stereotype of a gun show and putting it together and saying, oh, it's not really that big?
Well, I'm here in Wyoming. We have gun shows all the time in Wyoming, and they're already restricted. You can handle any gun you want, but the ammunition's behind the counter. And then the assumption that just because there's alcohol there, people are immediately going to get drunk, that's probably not going to happen either. They'll be escorted out before they reach that point. So I would have no problem with it. I would see it as casual social drinking and a chance to take a look at some interesting toys.
And at the same time, it's interesting, you guys, both the different perspective of maybe there are going to be even more security personnel around because of the option there. Huh, interesting. That's what I love about this show. You guys change my mind all the time. Thanks, everybody, for being with us. We appreciate it. And coming up next, we're going to take a look at a food truck that combines tri-tip and nachos. Hello, Steve Schroeder is going to be with us. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Tri-tip and nachos. Watch how fast Melissa gets out of here to go get that. Look at her. Look at her. Get the stuff off me. Get the stuff off me. Those tri-tip nachos out there. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Yano.
Some of that. I'd like some.
Is that truck outside the studio? Can I go?
I think you can.
If I had the car today, we'd already be there.
All right. I'm gonna go get some pants on.
Parents would help.
Thanks for telling us,
And
man.
we need it, really.
Yeah.
I can see how parents would be beneficial.
But with the gun show, I mean, hey, I mean, I doubt that they are all first-time gun buyers, right? And with carry and conceal, like I don't like that
Amanda,
idea.
if you can hear me, Fergie yelled before she ran out to kill the viral.
Well, I go to gun shows all the time here in Wyoming, and I can tell you when you walk up to these vendors behind the counter, they are very careful about how you handle the gun. It is a completely disabled weapon, so you're not handling something that could potentially go off. And then if you want to buy ammunition for that, well, that's a separate sale altogether, and that's boxed and sealed. So there's no potential of something accidentally happening at one of these gun shows.
Right, but Glenn, let me throw a scenario to you. So, carry and conceal, right? So people can carry their guns and with ammunition and whatnot out in the car outside, right? It's possible, right? So if they get drunk and whatnot, like they have access to the one with ammunition. And
At these shows, again, I attend them, all the time around here. I love these homespun gun shows. And one of the rules is when you walk into the show, anything that you might be carrying on you is left in your vehicle.
Right.
So yeah, that's outside in the
yeah,
park.
but see, when people get drunk and they get into a commotion, like I don't know. I mean,
Well,
then they go to the car and get.
So let me ask you then, why couldn't that happen outside in a bar if you're not allowed to carry in the bar, but you go into the parking lot and get into a shootout? Why couldn't that happen in the parking lot of Walmart? Why couldn't that happen in the parking lot of your grocery store that sells alcohol?
Yeah,
and
true.
The answer is it doesn't.
Yeah, true. I mean, I guess the context is the same, where you're selling just alcohol and the guns is still going to be in your car versus.
Well, let me give you an example here. The rules in Wyoming are, as long as you are a law-abiding citizen, the Second Amendment is your permit. You do not need a permit. You can carry anything you want, any way you want. And if it's okay with the bar owner, you can even carry into a bar. So you would think that would be a lot of trouble. No, it's very quiet. If everybody is armed, everybody is very peaceful. This is a very quiet state. Nobody wants any of that action.
Yeah, well, coming from Canada, we have a lot, like, our gun culture is totally different, and yeah, so I guess I've never have experience.
You're not used to it. I understand that. Where I am, I walk down the street all the time, and I see people open carrying, and it doesn't bother anyone. That's one of the reasons that this town is so quiet. The criminals don't come here, and the drunks don't come here and cause trouble because you wouldn't just have the police to deal with.
Yeah,
So
but not as quiet as Canada. Like we our gun shooting and why not make the news? Whereas in the States, I don't think you can make the same claim.
Well, yeah, it stays quiet because again, if you try to break,
Meaning that if they're shooting and whatnot, it's not going to be big enough to make news. Whereas us, I mean, any one shooting make the news, make the city even.
What's
that?
One of the things I do on my radio show on a regular basis is I read off how many homeowners and business owners defend themselves successfully with a firearm, because they always give you the story about the guy who broke into someone's home and hurt somebody, but they rarely give you the story about someone who successfully defended themselves because they owned a firearm.
I don't think we will agree on this. Anyway, it's nice chatting about the topic, Glenn. Hey, Diano, Anthony, Antonia, and Mickey. See you guys later.
All right, dude. See ya.
All right, you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.
Oh, and Mickey, you can unmute your mic if you want and talk. As like, I mean, you need a cam to actually, be a part of the forum segment there that we do. But at this point, it really doesn't matter. We're just kind of, doing our thing and chilling. So feel free to unmute and join in conversations, and you can help me figure out what in the hell Antonia is staring at there, and everything's copacetic. Man, I wish I had some more coffee.
I'm coffeeed out. What I need to do is make a run across to Subway because I'm starting to get hungry here. Last time I was talking to you guys, I had a mouth.
Melissa, I don't know if I can do the forecast after seeing all those great nachos out there. I might have to join you outside. Speaking of outside, Mother Nature has quite a twist for your forecast. Love that for you. Coming up after the break.
Jeez, Alex just interrupting like that. That's kind of rude. Anyway, Glenn, you were saying?
No, I was last time I went back and watched our conversation because we had some pretty good moments there, and I thought, here's this jerk, that'd be me, sitting there with a mouthful of food the whole time we're on camera. That just looked horrible. So I thought, I'll wait till after this is over to eat something.
Yeah, that's why I was like in the beginning of the show, you'll see Kempton with his camera off. It's usually because he's munching on one thing or another.
Right. Yeah. Well, what I started doing this again, this is a syndicated radio show, and as soon as Google Plus came up with these cameras, I actually have multiple cameras in the studio. I'm just not using them right now. But before I went online with it, I spent a week just running video to get rid of all of my bad habits. Don't touch your nose. Don't pick your ear. Things like that just look disgusting on camera.
Yeah, it's like, and the really hard thing is like the more you get used to it, it's like you start kind of forgetting about the camera at all. It's like you're just conversating, so you'll find yourself doing all sorts of stuff. It's like I'll go to editing one of my videos, I'm geeksing around, I'll find myself doing all sorts of things. It's like, Deanna, what are you thinking, dude?
What was the name of that? Geeks in the Round?
Geeks of the Round.
I'll look that up.
Yeah, we do a lot of fun stuff. We're about to start up our new season. Got a bunch of new shows coming up. This should be fun. What we do for Geeks Around is we do various discussions on a bunch of geek-centric TV shows. I think this season we're doing discussions for, let's see if I can remember them all. The Walking Dead, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Arrow, Flash, American Horror Story, The Blacklist, and there's one I know I'm forgetting. I can't think of it right now.
Breaking Bad.
I have seen you guys a couple of times. I was just tooling around to see what happens on Google.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, Breaking Bad was one of our biggest ones. It's like, as a matter of fact, it was Breaking Bad that kind of started Geeks Around in the first place, because I was doing write-ups on it every week on my page, and then when Hangouts on Air became available, I was like, oh, it'd be cool, to get a bunch of fans together and just discuss it. So that's what's born Geeks of the Round.
Welcome back, everybody. Forecaster Alex Sachs joins us now with a look at our forecast. You are a busy lady today. We got a lot of stuff coming our way.
There is a lot of stuff. We're getting the gamut, the kitchen sink, you name it. Whatever Mother Nature has up in her back pocket for the end of summer, she's throwing it at us today. But the good news is it's going to be short-lived. So today is the day, and then we're going to push it behind us and move on. But some areas did see lightning last night. Did you see any lightning where you were? I did not, no. This was sent into our Facebook page. This was out of Dayton, and they said it happened about 10:30 last night. So thank you so much for sending that in. If you snap any photos with all this wild weather we are expecting this afternoon and evening, please send them in. We'd love to share them with our viewers. Talking now about your current temperatures, we've got 80 degrees in Reno right now. 83 in Fallon, 80 in Winnemucca, 75 over in Elko. Now, yesterday, we topped out at 91 degrees with an overnight low of 60, so we're about on average for our temperatures yesterday. We're going to dip down just a little bit below as we push through the week. We want to keep your Doppler radar showing some of this moisture making its way into western Nevada, and look at central and eastern Nevada. That is certainly making its way there as we speak, and that's what we are expecting. Now, what we can also see with some of these storms are very gusty conditions. We have a fire weather watch. It's this tan color on your screen impacting northeastern California and then western Nevada. That goes into effect today. It won't expire till tomorrow. And I'll move out of the way to show you the flash flood watch that's going into effect at noon today. And that is that green color on your screen all around Elko, Ely. Those are all areas that could see some flash flooding due to all this weather we are expecting. But putting your satellite radar into motion, we've got that low pressure in northeastern California that is bringing all this moisture and temperamental weather to our area. So again, expect maybe even about 1 o'clock we could start seeing some of these storms surface around western Nevada. 90 and 59 in Elko, southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. We could even see hail with some of these storms in northern Nevada, up to an inch in diameter, they're saying. 90 and 64 for Hawthorne today. Up the lake, a little warm conditions here in this mid-70s to upper 70s, and even South Lake Tahoe topping out at 80 degrees today with an overnight low of 49. And then just below the lake, our capital city topping out at 87 degrees. And just up north of Reno, they've got 88 for Spanish Springs, 61 the overnight low. So beautiful conditions weather-wise for temperature. But once we get these storms moving in, that's when we're going to start seeing some of this lightning. We are expecting frequent lightning around western Nevada. So there's that 30% chance today, 89 and 63 the high and low for Reno. But here's the great news. Look at the rest of the 6 days in the 7-day forecast. A lot of sunshine, mid to upper 80s. Then we'll slowly work our way back into those average highs by the weekend. That'll also be the case for Carson City as well as South Lake Tahoe. But on to the weather video of the day. Well, this is some amazing footage. Wildfire Burning in western Idaho continues to flare up this morning. The Timber Butte fire in Gem County started Saturday and has consumed more than 7,000 acres. The fire destroyed a barn and 2 other outbuildings Saturday, but so far no homes have been burned. The fire started in grassland stage Saturday afternoon, and by late Saturday night, it was burning into timber. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
All right, Alex, thank you so much for that. Coming up next, social media is locking down a lot of different things when it conducts business. Why? We're going to tell you coming up in your tech. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Melissa, what was that story?
Did it catch my... Did you hear me live on air do that? I don't know. What was... I heard some mic issues, and I thought it was because they were trying to kill my mic because I went...
Why did you do that?
I don't remember now. I don't remember why I made that weird noise. I saw something that bothered me, so I made a weird noise, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, gosh.
Melissa, that strip club story, was that out of Ohio?
Yes.
Okay.
The foxhole.
Yeah, okay, there we go. That's a good topic for me this afternoon. I'll bring up some what you guys said, too.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Generic Skycam sounds great. We don't have it coming up there either. Just, okay, got it. And a final weather, got it. Hey, Mickey, do you not have a mic either? Okay, even if we can just hear audio is good. You don't have to just keep it to the chat. Oh, Greek Festival. It's my favorite too. Gosh darn it.
He's unmuted now. Mickey, can you hear us? Just give us
I
a...
can hear you.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Hmm.
Your audio is pretty low, Mickey.
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me turn up my audio.
Okay.
Cool. There.
Glenn, are you going to use this for your show?
Yes, I definitely am. That was off my radar, which is unusual.
So how many? Oh, want to know how many of those nachos Melissa shoved in her mouth out there?
I'm so hungry. I can't wait to go get some.
Can you hear me now?
I believe you. Yeah, can hear you fine.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. That's some that's the remix of the intro. All right, now on to your tech news. Facebook is tightening security to fight off cyber criminals. Facebook is tightening its security by acquiring secure server technology company Private Core. Private Core's primary objective is to protect servers from external attacks like malware, hackers, and malicious hardware devices. Facebook says the move is going to make data on its site more secure. Like Facebook, internet giant Yahoo is taking steps to protect the content of messages sent via Yahoo Mail. The company has joined forces with Google to provide Yahoo Mail users with end-to-end encryption, protecting users from hackers and cyber spies. Amazon and publishing house Hachette are locked in a book battle. The retail giant says that since the ebooks are less expensive to produce and have no resale value, it should pay less for them. Hachette counters that Amazon is not properly pricing the books. Now, both sides are encouraging readers to write the CEO of the other company to help end the standoff. It's a battle, folks. All right, coming up next, we're going to take a look at your forecast. Could be a rocky one ahead of us. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
What in the heck is going on?
What should we talk about? How about those Iraqs stranded on the mountain?
Wait, the what now?
The Iraqs stranded on the mountain.
Hey, come up on a 7-day,
I didn't
please.
hear
And
about
just
that.
let Alex talk out of it.
I didn't hear about that Iraq thing at all. What's going on?
The governor of Iraq is threatening to open fire to the few Iraqs on the mountain. I didn't hear the full story, but it's all over the news.
Oh, wow. That is pretty nutty. Where's its gem?
But just people who are reviewing this, just remember when you hear radio waves, we mute your mics, I think.
Kill it. What the hell's going on for you today?
I could see they're having a silent movie. I can't hear their mic. All we need is a little subtitles and closed captioning, and we're just good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, new message. Who could it be from? Sorry guys, audio is asleep. I will have audio after the show. Thank you, Melissa. Stand by.
Yeah, you're breaking the rules. What happens in the chat stays in the chat.
Yep, all audio has gone dead. The radio waves have knocked down. Here in Sin City, Las Vegas.
Oh, is that where you're at?
Well, Reno. Well, I'm a worldwide guy. Just to give you a little heads up.
Huh.
I check news all over the world. As you
All right,
can
get
see.
ready, folks. We are expecting thunderstorms today. We'll see you right back here at News 4 at noon.
What, was that a commercial or something?
No, that was the outro.
Oh.
Zero.
So, y'all breaking stuff over there again? It's like, I mean, we got the weird music that's all choppy and all that. And...
The intro for that when we were doing the bump into that one block, it was like,
yeah.
And then Alex yells, "Remix!"
Nice.
Sounds about right.
Welcome to our Monday. We've
Well,
had one heck of a Monday.
This Monday can take it right up.
Yeah.
This is
Alex,
a rough one. This has been every little fiber of a Monday. That's what this has been. It's been a rough day.
Just a case of the Mondays.
Case of the Mondays times 10. The
Yeah.
good news is I'm about to stuff my face with tri-tip nachitos. That's me.
Yeah, well, I think Matt's on his way up there too. It's like he heard steak nachos and he was like, "Well, let me go put on some pants," and he got to hang out.
Let me go put on some pants.
I appreciate that he at least puts on a shirt for our show. That's nice.
Yeah, you
And
know.
a hat.
every
And I
little
get a
bit
hat too. I get a hat too.
Yeah.
By the way, I do accept FedEx food, if anyone.
Yeah, I accept any type of food. If you're going to send it to me, I will take it. I've got an issue with food. I love it. Me gusta mucho.
Gotta take
All
off food.
For
Are
sure.
you headed out? Tony, if you see food go by your desk, boy, you better grab it and bring it in
I
here.
will. That's why I'm gonna go get a handle on it.
Okay, she's like, I'm out of here. I know. I need newsroom service. I need studio service. Can I please have someone come in here? No, they'll come in.
For real. You need like a maitre d'.
I know.
Antonia Noons has left the group chat.
She's gone. She's out of here. There's no joke. When there's food in here, Mickey, the whole station closes down. It's like, food! And over the intercom, and everybody comes running into the break room, go get it.
Uh-huh.
But I stay here with you guys. See? Because I love you. No, actually, food does you.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Melissa choosing anything over food. That's wow.
That's
dog named Billy. He loves food.
That's love right there to do that. Still got low audio from you, Mickey.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Better
Yeah.
now. Yes,
Much better.
better now.
Crappy mic a little bit. Still working.
Whoop! Got no audio from you now.
Whoop! Here I am.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it sounds like that mouth that mic is a little bit iffy.
Now it sounds like you're eating the mic. I know we had nachos on, Mickey, but trust me, they don't taste the same. Mics and nachos do not taste the same.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Going to take some pictures with the guys from Battleborn. Thanks for coming in.
Welcome.
All right, then.
Glenn, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this topic.
Oh yeah,
Excited.
it's gonna be. It might just be one of the leads right at the opening at 2 o'clock Mountain Time.
Oh, I like
Nice.
it. I like it. I like it. How often are you hearing stories here that you haven't heard already? Would you say 5% of the time?
Usually getting in about one a week that gets by me, but then again, all I do all day long is surf the news. So usually about once a week, you hit on something I missed.
Nice.
It's a battle between me and Glenn. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll take it.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, you guys. I'm out of here. Got to go stuff my face and work on the noon.
All
Have a
right,
good one,
then.
you guys. Thanks for
See you
coming.
tomorrow.
See you
See ya.
tomorrow.
All right.
See
See you
ya.
tomorrow in the chat.
See ya.